Good day, everybody. The April update. Yes, we want to find out what is going to be dropping next week in that update. Let's have a look into it. So as we know, the two new champions coming in this month, or this update that's coming, is going to be Sandman and is going to be Shocker. I actually really like the models that Kabam have done for them, and we've still got to find out, like at the point of recording this video, I don't know if we're going to see some, gameplay videos, which we normally do, and as well a live stream, which hasn't been announced, so I don't know what the heck's going on with that, but we'll look, I'll cover this on the channel. Any case, what's going on? Sinister Vault. Spider-Man has tracked down the location of Sinister Vault. I need your help. Crack codes, blah, blah, blah. Other stuff. We'll look at the side quest element in a minute. And obviously, Sandman and Shocker are going to be added to the game, as Kabam say. The Apothecary is still something you've got to assess as to the impact of what it's going to be for the community. It's something that, we'll be looking into. And, Kabam have our feedback. So whether or not Kabam are going to act on that feedback, look, I'd say pigs fly, but we'll have to see next week when it drops. As to any final changes, nothing's here about this whole kind of situation. So it is what it is. 8.2 is going to be the new kind of act content that's coming out, new story quest, which is going to be good. I'm looking forward to doing something like that. I prefer the story quest rather than any kind of other endgame content, but I'm so glad to have EOP behind me. And summoner engagement is something I'm going to be talking about in another video, because it needs a whole video devoted to it, because there are some specifics as to that stuff. And as we know, the champion update is going to be to Spider-Man. There are a few other kind of bug fixes. There's a lot of stuff that I don't think is mentioned here that is still kind of pretty relevant, but I'll cover that at a later date with stuff if needs be. Right, with all that out of the way, and cheers, by the way, got a little ginger ale that I'm going to have a little bit of a sip on this. This is non-alcoholic, by the way. It's just like it's a tonic. In any case, cheers, by the way. Let's delve into this. So, April Fools. By the way, I don't know if Kabam are going to do that big head mode that they normally do for like April Fools. We'll have to see. I'll be really excited if it does come back, and that's Saturday, so I may make a video fresh on Saturday. I don't know. In any case, there's a Saturday. It's not a Saturday. There's a Sinister Vaults event that is coming, and as Kabam say here, that you will need to find Sinister keys every day and use them to enter the vault. Sinister spoils are hidden in chests, so you'll never know what you might get. However, they have been labeled for easy sorting. Catalyst icon, crystallite. Oh god, it's going to be like what is it? We had that event with the what is it called? Like summoner camp. It feels to me that they're kind of describing like a summoner camp type thing. Oh, I hope that's not the case, but it's always a bit worrying there. So, yes, they might be labelled for easy sorting. Catalyst icon, crystal shard icon, but keep close eye on the contents as your rewards. There should be some finds, some hints hidden around that we can use to open sinister safes to gain access to deeper rooms in the vault. Okay, so that's going to be a bit odd, weird, something like that. Format description, as said here. Get Sinister keys, go to the Sinister Vault, find a safe, complete objectives to get art, which gives you hints at the password to the safe, then open the safe to get the zone pass and enter. I hope that's not overly complicated than it needs to be. But yeah, like more details on that particular format is, there's images as well, by the way, in this, and you'll probably see this on the forums if you any case. But what anyway, collect Sinister keys from the initial in-game message and login calendar, multiple each day, and then use Sinister keys as entry into the Sinister vaults consumed on entry. Collect Sinister safes hidden in chests on side quest paths. Each zone has one safe. It is the same path for everyone. Open Sinister safes to obtain zone passes required to open new pathways. Zone gates will not consume zone passes, so you can access the zones in any difficulty. 1 map, 4 zones, 3 zone require zone passes. Zone 1 does not require a pass. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the fact this is different, but the biggest problem with different is always how much of a level of complexity one adds, and the Royal One, by the way, Kabam adds to these particular things. Because that's the thing when you lose the player base when it comes to situations like this. I'm like, it's just like Home Improvement and like that kind of like, bloke that goes, I think goes, whatever it is. I can't remember. I just remember as kids occasionally like I watched that show. It was on like a repeat channel, like Dave or something. Or was it something else like Challenge TV? I can't remember, something like that. Right, so this is what this all looks like. Start point green, and then you move out into the different zones and go deeper, going deeper underground. There's just too much panic in this town. I'm going deeper underground. As Jamiroquai once sang. To open your sinister safes will require the correct 4-digit combination to get the reward. 6 objectives will appear each Wednesday, requiring you to defeat specific champions within the quest. Each objective will reward a piece of art, hinting at the sinister safe combinations. Some art will provide hints, but not all of them can be trusted. Solve sinister safe puzzles on your own or coordinates with other players to unlock new zones each week. So we might need more of the community to come up with kind of like answers to the codes. I'm already kind of thinking like, oh, did they have to do it like this? Expect a lot of videos, I think, on this particular stuff. Not too great, really, but that is what it is. Spider-Man is also working to crack the codes. Expect messages from him at the end of each of the first 3 weeks of the event to help you open safes from zones 1, 2, and 3. Completing zone 4 safe awards a title. I mean, to be honest, you're watching this video now, probably going like, oh God, Rich, you absolutely lost me on this. Why are they doing this? Look, as I said, it's fun to spice things up, but I think there's spicing things up and there's doing something like this where it's kind of like a bit more, well, OTT for it. I don't know, you be the judge of that when it comes to this particular situation of codes. And I mean, look, how the Platinum Pool puzzle situation went back last year, the year before. Do you remember that? And it was all kind of like that hoop-la-di-da around that. I mean, I'm sure people will crack the code very early and then we'll kind of like all be kind of helping one another out. But there's a lot to get your head around when it comes to this this quest, I must admit. But yeah, I'll have to see what happens next week when it drops. Anyway, moving on. Hint items, as it says here. Hint items can be traded into the store for titles. So you like titles? Get some more titles in your life, because why not? Login calendar. So from a login calendar perspective, we have got ourselves Sinister Vault keys ×2 on every single day except for the last day 20, day 25, day 26. Okay. And then on to rewards. Rewards are the most important thing, aren't they? Sinister Senses Crystal Shards. Now, it doesn't seem to say anything about objectives. So I don't know if objectives hold any extras like shards or whatnot. So you can get, from doing threat level 1, you get 10k Sinister Shards, 12k from there. So that's 22k. And then add that to there. So that's 36k. Add to there. 46, 52k, 52k, 72k, so that's 72,000 divided by 2, divided by 2,000, what is that? Come on, quick maths, Richard. 36 Cavalier crystals that you could potentially take home, if I've done my maths correctly, which I'm pretty certain I have on that one. So 36 is actually pretty impressive. I like this month. I put up a lot of 6 stars from Cavalier crystals. Very nice. Any case, rewards. Sorry, specifics, Richard. Of course, let's zoom in a little bit to kind of like identify what is here. Now, let's face it, from the kind of top end of stuff, you're going to be trying to get in the more spicier rewards. So for the month, threat level 3, 2,500 6-star shards. Moving over here. We have got ourselves with 6-star shards 8,000. Nice. Okay, so that would be 10k, and then level 5. What are you looking at? 15k. So there's a good chunk there. So that's like 20 odd k. So that's good. Good amount of reward you take home. Tier 3 Alpha 13,500. Is that more or less? I can't 100% tell. Especially there. Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments are 17. 17,100. You just switch to some old kind of like titles just to double check whether or not we've seen a buff. I'm not going to say that exactly. Let's have a look at the stats. Well, yeah, actually, it looks like we might have had a buff in what we take home. Last month's March is coming out at 8,550 tier 6 basic fragments versus tier 3 alpha being 6,750. Do bear in mind, the further you go when it comes to Zone 25 this month would have obviously got you a lot more than that, but is what is obtainable. Yeah, I just thought I'd go back as far as January just to kind of like get the comparison, but because they had the Cavalier objective, then it kind of like skews everything because the Cavalier objective is then rooted into Thronebreaker difficulty, so it's a bit hard to kind of get that, you know, factual information on that particular subject. But it definitely looks like there's been a little bit more. Now, I could be wrong on that one. I could be right. I don't know. The volume of 3-star relic shards, I think that's gone up as well. The same thing with 4-star. Where's the 5-star relic shards? Well, that's same at 1k, but there may be a little bit of a buff in certain places, not completely, especially with where is it? Well, look, we've got a 6-star awakening gem that's kind of like now seems to be standard with all of this. So Kabam have devalued a lot of the elements of that, which is good for the player base when it comes to that. Would nice to see some more 6-star signature stones some way, but again, it is what it is. So yeah, I'd have to double check on that when it comes to the tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic fragments, but it does look like there's been a higher volume added into it. Now, as I said, I could be wrong on that one. I could be right. In any case, that has been it. That's been a little bit of a go over what's coming in with the side quest. In some ways, it may be a bit too complex. Well, I'll have to see how this all drops, you know, soon. And that'll be, we'll have to dissect it. But yeah, that's been it. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below. Whether you're excited or confused or a little bit, both. Why not? Check out some other content located on screen right now. And I'll see you all in the next video. Ta-ra for now.